Emaar pushed hard on Rashid Yachts Marina this year. We had multiple launches, including Marina View, Baystar by Vida, Serra 1, Serra 2, Aurea, and now even a new launch coming up. But among all of these launches that you see, one of the ones that sold quite quickly was Aurea. And the main reason being the views, of course, because if you would get something with the marina view, of course you'd get the marina view. But apart from that, you'd be getting the downtown skyline view as well on mid to higher floors. And while majority of the community one bedrooms got a community road or a building view, in Aurea, on the higher floors, you would get an uninterrupted sea view. So that was a main selling points. Now, why am I saying you this? The main reason being, Emaar is coming up with the last launch in Rashid Yachts Marina for this year, which is going to be right here. And this is going to replicate what Aurea had. So today I'm going to break down everything about Emaar's new launch right here, and should you actually invest in this plot or no. First, let me speak a bit about the community itself. So see, Rashid Yachts Marina is almost a 7 million square feet community, completely master planned by Emaar, and it's actually Emaar's largest waterfront project. If you see, it was separated into two phases. This being the phase 1, with the main selling point being the largest canal, swimmable canal, and the first school in this community. And then we had this part, which is phase 2. Now in phase 2, the main things that they launched after all of these buildings, waterfront buildings, was one, we had the second school coming up here, and then a whole district of amenities called the water gardens right here. And after these launches, this whole part is yet to be launched in Rashid Yachts Marina. Out of all of the launches in Rashid Yachts Marina, this part has been one of my favorite launches coming up, and for main reasons. The first reason being, if you look into this cluster, if you exit from one side, you have the park, okay, whether it was Aurea or the new launch coming up here, and on the other side you could get into the marina easily. Now if you see all the upcoming launches right here, you'll be having two lines. So either you'll have to choose between the uninterrupted sea views or the marina view, and everything else will be sort of interrupted here in this part. The second reason is of course the views, because on the higher floors, again, you could get the sea view from here, okay, in all of these buildings. And plus, by the shape of the building, since these buildings are shaped like this, quite a few units get the downtown skyline view right here. And if you see the later launches coming up faced like this, you'll be looking at marina directly here. So only a few buildings on this side will be getting the downtown skyline view. The third reason is the parks and the proximity to school. So even in this launch, you'll be having barely 12 to 15 minutes walk to the school coming up here. And this is a second school. Rashid Yachts Marina is only going to have two schools, and this one and the other one is in phase 1. So it's only like 12 minutes away. And the second thing is, with this new launch, we'll be getting a new park right here. So if I have to show you clearly, these are all the parks coming up in Rashid Yachts Marina. So we had the water gardens right here, and this is a park right behind Aurea, the wellness park. And now we'll be having, right beside this launch, we'll be having the Founders Park. Now the Founders Park is all around art and exhibition spaces, plus it will have the interactive play areas as well. But the main theme of this is the art and history of Dubai will be portrayed here in this park right here. So if you see, the new launch is just very close to this Founders Park, as well as on a walking distance to water gardens as well. Now before I show you the exact views of the one beds and whether there'll be an interruption or not, let's discuss about the pricing. See, the prices are not officially out yet, and the exact details are also not out, but we'll see a very similar pricing to Aurea in this new launch here. So that means if you're looking at a one bed in the back view, you'd be looking at a starting price of almost 2.32 million starting, because Emaar of course increases a bit of a pricing with every launch. And if you're looking at anything above the 5th floor right here, one bedroom, you'd be looking at almost 2.35 starting. And if you are looking at one beds with the marina view, it would be 2.8 to 3 million dirhams. Two beds with a community view would start at almost 2.3, 2.35 for all of this row, including the corner one, which would start at 2.45 million dirhams. And then the front two bedrooms, you'd be looking at paying almost 4.2 to 4.5. That basically varies a lot for the front marina facing two bedrooms. And if you're looking into three beds, the prices will largely vary from 4.8, 4.85 all the way up to 7.6 million, based on the view and based on the floor you get as well. Now for the last part, the views of the one beds. If you see, this is how Mina Rashid looks right now from 2gis.ae, a government website. And if you see, this is where the plot will be coming up. Now this is cruise terminal 1 and this is cruise terminal 3, and this is a plot right here. So you don't have any interruptions here right now, and there won't be any future developments as well, because this land is completely governed by the government. And if you see, even here there is no interruption at all from here. So you would be looking directly into the sea at a higher floor. Of course, the mosque is a factor, so you'll have to go a bit higher than even Oria, but that is how the views will look like. You won't have any interruptions in between these views. So if you want to know more about this project, which floor to go for and which units exactly you should choose here, and does a marina view make sense or no, and what floor should you get above the mosque, then let me know. You can contact on the number given on the screen and I'll get back to you. So that's all for this video. I'll see you on the next one.